So, a lot of games are on sale right now for the holiday season, and anyone is bound to have gotten a gift card or two along the way. While not purchased through a gift card specifically, and more so a gift from a close friend, I got to play Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip. It's a game that I enjoyed very much, and really wanted to put some more eyes on it. As a quick side note, because I kind of flip-flop with my reviews, this one's more of a freeform one, not necessarily a big scripted review like I did for something like Kirby Air Riders, for instance. This game is made by the same developer as Wuppo, which is another game that I have sitting in the backlog of my Steam library that I've just never gotten around to playing. But this is a cutesy, open-world adventure game. It's not really much of a platformer. I've heard a lot of people compare it to The Legend of Zelda, and it's really not. It's just... it's there. It's a very cute game, and there's a lot of charm to be had. You'll spend most of your time driving around and doing some pretty basic platforming, all the while doing not quite collectathon stuff, but you will be told, hey, go over here, find this item, go over here, get that item. If you stumble on this item, bring it here, you know, that kind of gameplay format. As far as the controls and the moment-to-moment combat, quote-unquote, driving feels good. Don't go into this expecting something like, Forza, for instance, but for what it sets out to do, it does it pretty good. That said, there is a thing you can do in which there is car combat where you have to speed up and ram into the side of another character, which I'll talk about that in a bit, but the actual control of that fight, which is a reoccurring thing, is kind of weird. I don't know. I only ran into it a couple of times, and I didn't win either time. I just found it kind of bizarre trying to back up and get the hitbox just right, so while driving itself is good and the actual platforming in the game is fine, the driving combat, quote-unquote, is where I'm like, eh. But enough about the controls. The actual hub town in which the game world takes place in, it's fun. There's not too much to do with the actual environment itself. There's a couple of side objectives you can do here or there. There will be NPCs that send you on little fetch quests or side quests and the like, get you more items to power up your car, or little cosmetics. You can get yourself some fun hats as you play through the game. And as you do these side quests, they do provide you a certain level of, as you do them, more things open up to you. Like, even as I was finishing the game after about 5 hours or so, I did look up a guide for a moment to do one of them that I was just curious about, because it was something I ran into very early on in the game, but never got any kind of follow-up, that I got a big point of no return message on the screen as I was able to access the ending, and it's like, okay, I want to see the game's ending, but I know I still have stuff I can do. I kind of want to do this thing in particular. Just to then go on a very long-winded quest that, for what it is, it's nice if you genuinely do want to spend a lot of time exploring the game world, but for what I do, it's something that, with enough time, while I could have found it naturally, I didn't want to do that with how cryptid it could be. But even as I finished the side quest, I was then given even more ways to traverse the game world and told about more gameplay features that I could do on top of that, which it's like, oh, okay, there's even more under the surface. That's cool. All the way up until the end, I'm still getting new stuff to play with. That's cool. It just, between big gameplay features being locked behind clearing side quests, the other thing you can do is use in-game currency to get the upgrades and weapons, even though they're completely separate things, right? You have money, which you can use to get, like, a paraglider, you can get different melee weapons, even though, as far as I could tell, made no real difference other than a visual thing. You could also get hats, which, again, another visual cosmetic-based thing. And then there's a secondary currency that you can use to upgrade the car, which actually does something. You can get boosts that last longer and longer, but it just feels like too much is kept from you right out the gate, and what's expected of you, it all kind of goes into a weird circle that makes it take a little bit longer artificially than it feels like it really needs to. And I feel weird complaining about it, because I did genuinely enjoy what I played. It's just, by the end of it, it's like, okay, I ran around and grinded for money for a bit to get a bunch of hats and stuff. I got most of the equipable weapons and such that you can get, and was still finding new nooks and crannies to explore, but it felt kind of aimless. Like, maybe that's just the point, and perhaps I'm thinking way too hard about it, because even as you're probably looking at this video, you see how goofy and silly all the characters are, and the dialogue is just as silly that it brought a smile to my face the whole way through. But I don't know, I guess I just kind of expected the game pacing to be a little bit faster than it was. So this is definitely a game that if you have a weekend to kill, or just an afternoon and want to laugh with a couple of buddies, give it a try, because there's little mini games here or there that you can play that don't really go anywhere, but they're fun deviations if you tire from run over to this side of the map, take a random car, drive it to an NPC, get some money, run around the map some more, wash, rinse, repeat. So if you are going to play this game, I would recommend play it at your own pace. Don't necessarily go into it thinking you need to do every side quest as you get it, or you're going to be missing large chunks of the game if you don't do certain things, because trying to do it all in a single run, I don't get the impression it was really designed that way. I feel like this game was much more designed with the intent of, oh, during a run, some people might do these quests as opposed to these other ones over here, making each playthrough just a little bit different by what that person respectively went off to go and find. So I think that's probably the best note to leave this on. But with that, I give Tiny Terry's Turbo Trip a 7 out of 10. It's not a mind-bending game that will change your perspective on the world, but it's a very charming one with a lot of fun to be had that I can't recommend it enough to somebody who has a couple of friends that they just want to make laugh for a bit alongside you. Experiencing this game blind is probably the smartest thing you can do, and that's really all we need sometimes. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. Till then, everybody.